Vice President Harris campaigned with former Congresswoman Liz Cheney yesterday, and former President Donald Trump spoke with Christian leaders in North Carolina yesterday about an attempt on his life last summer. Good morning. I'm Corva Coleman from NPR News, and here are today's top stories. Vice President Kamala Harris campaigned in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin yesterday, joined by Republican and former Congresswoman Liz Cheney. NPR's Deepa Shivaram reports Harris is working to win over moderate Republicans and disenchanted Trump voters.
In Oakland County, Michigan, Harris told reporters she's been happy with how people have shown up at her events with Cheney.
They know, regardless of who they voted for in the last election and the party with which they're registered to vote, on some issues, we just have to all be Americans and put party aside.
Harris has been emphasizing that one of the main differences between her and her opponent, former President Trump, is that she will uphold the Constitution and she says he will not. She also criticized Trump for not supporting an increase to the minimum wage. Trump over the weekend was asked about the issue while he served customers at a McDonald's, and he skirted the question. Deepa Shivaram, NPR News.
Later today, Harris will sit for an interview with NBC News. Meanwhile, Donald Trump will campaign near Miami this morning at an event with Latino leaders. Last night, he met Christian leaders near Charlotte, North Carolina. Trump mentioned the assassination attempt against him this past summer.
My faith took on new meaning on July 13th in Butler, Pennsylvania, where I was knocked to the ground, essentially, by what seemed like a supernatural hand. And I would like to think that God saved me for a purpose, and that's to make our country greater than ever before.
Trump will hold another rally later today in Greensboro, North Carolina. Texas lawmakers are reviewing the evidence used to convict a death row inmate. Last week, Robert Roberson was temporarily spared from execution when Texas lawmakers subpoenaed him to testify in a hearing, but he did not appear yesterday. The Texas Attorney General said Roberson could testify remotely, but the lawmakers and Roberson's lawyers disagreed, saying that he has autism and faces challenges communicating. The Texas newsroom's Blaze Gainey reports on the testimony Texas lawmakers did hear yesterday about the case.
Roberson was convicted and sentenced to death for allegedly killing his 2-year-old daughter, Nikki, thought to have died from shaken baby syndrome. Testimony from medical experts suggests she likely died of complications from pneumonia. Despite this, his execution was still set until the Texas House intervened, asking him to testify. Lawmakers heard from Terry Compton, one of the original 12 jurors in the case that led to Roberson's sentencing.
Knowing what you know now, do you believe Robert Roberson murdered his daughter, Nikki?
No.
How strongly do you feel about that?
100%.
The impact of the hearing on Roberson's fate remains uncertain. I'm Blaze Gainey in Austin.
This is NPR.